Huples Cat, and welcome to the first actual official video from my new home in the forests of Ontario. And I thought, what better thing to do for my first video in the forest than to do an Apocabox unboxing. Now, I haven't actually opened this, and I'm going to, and we're going to go and see what's inside, because I won't know. So I'm going to leave it taped up, and you will see me with my trusty Bear Grylls knife open it, and then together we'll see what's in it. I really have no idea. I have a cup of Earl Grey Bergamot tea we're getting ready, and it's been a bit of a cloudy day and a bit of a sunny day, and we're still trying to get things done. We had the HVAC guy here all day and we still don't have hot water. Let's make our own boomerang. Yes, I probably never will. Oh, nice. Does these occasionally. These are little books and they're all full of happy things, usually people surviving things. Let's do a random read. The grub reminds me of the ones my grandpa used to buy in the little plastic cups at the bait shop. We'd catch bluegill like crazy in the creek by a house with those grubs. If they had my fishing pole, I'd give it a shot. I scan the air around me as if my fishing pole might suddenly appear. Instead, I look at my busted phone. Alright. Ugh. I can't stand this type of product. This is apparently a compact processing tool, a gutsy, and it has 4 functions, some of which are useful, but how useful this would be apart from the actual real tool, I'd rather have the tool. Scales, guts, scoops and opens fish. For those people who like to kill fish. This is a pack of playing cards in plastic, actually always a good idea. And ugh. This is a 99 cents Canadian item. So I guess you could argue it's probably $5 Canadian. Plastic on everything. This one, of course, is Apocabox. I'll leave it in the plastic. Don't need to get wet. Might come in useful. Help pass the time. This is not very well sealed. So if I use this as a stored item, I'll actually sellotape around it. An urban saw kit. Drill bits. Boomerang! This is kind of useful. Fire discs. Not really keen on this type of a product because it's single use, but if you can't be bothered to get the I'm sorry. Okay, it's a piece of plastic and it's got these fire discs in it. This is actually probably the useful bit of it, which is probably a wax accelerant. These are 3 pads that you would just buy in a huge box of them to apply and take off makeup. So yeah. Alright, so hey, plastic boomerang. I guess you chop this to fit into there and then you can throw it. Okay, a bag. A red bag without the logo, which is always useful. Not keen on the red bag. Ooh, what the heck is this? It's a dreidel. Dreidel, I suspect this is a horrible fire starting kit. For those people that like to rub sticks together rather than use a bit. Yep, it's a bushcrafter's drill to drill things. Oh, it's a drill. A wooden drill. I have electric drills and I have solar power and I have manual drills. And I've never had a wooden drill. Alright, let's rip this open, see if this tells us anything here. Blah 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 blah. Okay. An urban pipe saw and a bushcrafter's drill bit. Okay, so this is the urban pipe saw. It's sealed, so I hate opening these types of things, but I think we should. Otherwise, what's in the box? Ooh. A screw, a piece of wood, and a fairly chunky saw. And a screw for this. Now when you keep these together, I strongly recommend you open this. If you're not going to use it and build it straight away, store it like this, because you don't want to lose the components. And it's a Phillips screw bit on both sides. Oh yeah, the wood in it's interesting. I'll have to read the instructions. What do the instructions say? The instruction sheets are getting smaller, that's for sure, and I'm getting older. Blah blah blah. What? Yeah, okay, it can saw things and pipe saw. I think you could probably store the inside. Just have the metal itself. Yes, you can. So that part I missed to this. The piece of wood clunking around in the middle of this actually has a hole in it. So I can put this in and store it like that, and put this through here and store it like that, so this won't become loose in theory, though it is showing signs of being loose. But I think it would actually fit better the other way. Let's find out. I wouldn't want to store it like that, but it's somewhat secure that way. So we'll have to read the instructions. I would rather have an actual small saw. You can get them for about $30 Canadian. Craig Stewart's got a few of them, and I've got a few of his with actual replaceable blades. But I guess the idea for this is if you need a saw and you don't want to carry a saw with you in your kit, you can carry a tiny thing like this and hope it works, and you're not sawing a large amount of wood to try and get the wood off your leg. This is useful junk. It's junk. It's not necessarily, it's not really useful. I don't really know why I have this. Definitely don't want that. Okay, let's have a look at the urban drill bits. Okay, it's a piece of wood with a spike on it. And then you put it together and you can use it for the drill bit kit, which is there. Not my thing. This, however, is a bushcrafter box, and if you're a bushcrafter, you might be happy with these kinds of an item. So you can practice skills. The boomerang, I think, is a complete and utter waste of time. This, I'm not convinced. It's only better to carry something like this than carry a couple of bits and some matches. That's just me. Good grief. Yes. The Bushcrafter's drill bit is one of a kind piece of kit. Definitely is. Comes pre-mounted onto the bearing block for the Bushcrafter's drill kit. This keeps the bit from getting lost or from damaging your pack. It's designed specifically to fit into the spindle of the Bushcrafter's drill kit. It can be used in either direction to drill shallow divots for bow drill, never would we do that, or long holes in 2 inches of wood. Just lash it together. By all the gods of the forest, I have never seen such a bunch of junk. That is the single worst Apocabox I have ever had the misfortune to get. It is nice. Bit of an update. Yes, the HVAC guy's been here again all day, and again we don't yet have hot water, but we are now on the internet of HVAC heat pumps, so maybe eventually we will be. And we have found my medications, and we have found my underwear and socks, so that's a good thing. What I did yesterday was I had an army bath. I got some water from the kettle and I stripped myself naked in the house and used a basic sponge bath and to shave and to wash. Had to get the back though, and that's what I did. And I also tried to use the washing machine, and I think I screwed it up, and various other incidental things are happening. Wooly is happy, the little dog is much happier now. His mummy's back and he seems very happy about that, and she's staying here for about 2 weeks, and then she's going to Toronto for about 3 days, 2 nights, because she's having yet another party to celebrate her leaving. Her workmates gave a really touching video, a 6.5 minute video where they passed little notes around about her from person to person. It's really nice. So what we're going to do for that is we're actually going to do our own version. And we're going to do it from around the property, with me handing her notes and her handing me notes all around the property, and then of course Wolfie will obviously get in on the act. So we're hoping the HVAC gets sorted out in the near future, then we can start the outdoor pole furnace and get the house a little bit warmer. It is getting colder, so there is that problem. And as of now, the only things that are missing are my battery rechargers for the camera and the rest of the stuff for the TV. We can't watch TV. We'll be watching Netflix and Prime. We'll be watching internet, not cable. There's no cable, there's no hydro. So yeah, that's the ongoing adventures of Huples Cat deep in the Ontario forest, trying to create a version of a homestead that is solar passive and high tech. Probably not the way you might want to go. We're doing this for our retirement, so we're looking at a 20 to 30 to 40 year time frame living here, which is why we wanted complexity to make our lives easier. So that's the mode we went with: high tech, ultra modern, and everything else. We have 3 solar batteries. We're going to get another 3 solar batteries. We don't think at this point we need to get another panel, but if we do, we might have to. And we're also going to get a fan inserted into the ceiling in the common area, and that will be about $4,000. And installing that, I hope I'm around for it, because it would make a great video, because it's quite a long way up in that ceiling. Yeah, that's it. Things are going good. We're highly stressed and confused because we've just relocated and moved homes and quit work. So I hope you're all having a great day. If you can, don't get this particular Apocabox unless you're a complete bushcrafting nut job, in which case you probably would make it yourself for about 5 cents. Toodles! Today's exciting video has been brought to you by Wolfie Terrier Productions 2021.